gentles, thus the Lord doth London guard, not for my sake, but for his own delight. For all in vain the sentinels watch and ward, except he keep the city day and night. Now may my foes in vain both spurn and spite, my foes I mean, that London represent, guarded from heaven by angels excellent. This blessing is not my sole benefit, all England is, and so preserved hath been, not by men's strength, his policy and wit, but by a power and providence unseen, even for the love wherewith God loves our Queen, in whom, for whom, by whom we do possess more grace, more good, than London can express. And that hath bred our plenty and our peace, and they do breed the sport you come to see, and joy it is that I enjoy increase. My former fruits were lovely ladies 3, now of 3 lords to talk is London's glee, whose deeds I wish may to your liking frame, for London bids you welcome to the same.
Here, I advance my shield and hang it up to challenge him whoever dare deny that one of those 3 London ladies rare ought not of right be matched with policy, a London lord, the which I represent.
And Pomp provides his challenge in his word, glory sans peer, claiming the one of them not by compulsion, but by common right. Yet, maugre men, my shield is here, advanced for one matchless.
Pleasure hath sword, as doth his impress show, to look aloof on earthly ladies all. And never could my curious eye discern a dame of worth for London pleasure's love, but one, and she doth shine as silver dove. Of self-bred soil, of London is her race, for whom in challenge I my shield advance.
Thus each, in honor of his mistress, hath here emprised the challenge of his right. But, lordships both, and brethren bred and sworn, a caution must be had in this conceit. I mean that all our suits and services we tend and tender to one only dame, all choosing one, refusing t'other 2.
A great mislike amongst us that might breed.
I seek but one, and her unto myself.
Why pleasure hath Pomp chosen Lucre's love?
Why Pomp, but pleasure honors Lucre most?
And policy may Lady Lucre gain before you both. But let us not contend, for Nemo doth the ladies prisoners keep, though they were slandered late with liberty and marriage to 3 far-born foreigners. First it fits, we practice their release, and see them. And by sight our liking, please?
Ah, Lord Policy with reason hath discussed. Pleasure consent, and so our love shall hold.
You never found that London's pleasure erred from reason or from pomp and policy.
Come on, sir boy, attend you well your charge. Wait in this place to watch and ward this shield. If any man challenge him that hereby challengeth, say that policy doth dare him to perform a hardier task than common challengers. If he demand what policy may be, a lord of London say, one of the 3.
And you, sir boy, for Pomp perform the like. Call if he come that can encounter me.
Will, be not wanton nor of wayward mood. Wait as do these. Use faith and diligence.
And so, boys, farewell. Look you to your charge.
Will is a good boy, where better is none.
Nay, wit were the best boy, if Will were gone.
Nay, wealth is the best boy, sirs, let that alone.
Let pass, and of our shield, sirs, let's make a little glee. Will, what has thy master here? A buzzard or a kite?
Wit, prove yourself a gentleman by guessing so right. A buzzard. Thou buzzard, has wit no more skill than take a falcon for a buzzard?
Oh, be quiet, good Will, it was but for sport. for I know the bird else.
Thou mightest see 'twas no buzzard, man, by the bells.
But what's the reason of this falcon here? I pray thee, Will, show.
Thou knowest that the falcon soars high and swoops low. So doth pleasure.
But what's the word?
Pourtant, for time.
A very pretty one. I would it were in rhyme.
In rhyme, wit, why so?
Because it wants reason.
Look for my fist wit, if you rap out such treason. But your master hath got something too. I pray ye, what's it?
Look, Will, and guess.
'Tis a toad in a shell.
I had as lief ye had said a frog in a well.
A tortoise, my boys, whose shell is so hard that she is safe within, and wheresoever she goes, she bears it on her back, needing naught but her shell. The word underneath her is Providence Securus. The provident is safe, and like the tortoise, armed with his own defense, and defended with his own armor, in shape somewhat round, signifying compass, wherein always the provident foresee to keep themselves within their own compass, my boy.
Wittily spoken. Now, Wealth's master hath got a daffodowndilly.
If Will had not been willful now, he might have said a lily, whose glory is without comparison and beauty matchless. Neither is there any city matchable with the pomp of London. My lord Pomp doth rightly represent the stately magnificence and sumptuous estate, without pride or vainglory to London accommodate. And therefore the word is well applied to the empress. Glory sans peer, for that the lily is neither proud of the beauty nor vainglorious of the pomp.
And so my master hath the vantage, will ye or no? Pomp and pleasure may be ill.
May not policy be bad?
Bad policy is seldom found in so Christian a commonwealth as London is, I trust, where my master is a lord.
And ours so too.
Step way aside, here's a challenger to our shields.
He will eat them, I think, for he gapes very wide.
Say nothing to him, and ye shall see the fool go by.
Sirrah, gape not so wide for fear of a fly.
Oh, fly, flam, flirt! Ah, why? Can a fly do hurt? Oh, children, good day. Whose pretty lads are you three?
3. Are you sure?
Oh, well, I'll not swear till I've told you. Where? 1, 2, 3.
I beshrew thee.
Me, boy, I am shrewd already, for I am married.
Then thou hast a wife.
Yeah, I would thou hadst her, if thou couldst stay her tongue.
I thy wife, man. Why, I am too young.
And I am too old. But in good earnest, good boys, whose boys are ye?
We serve the 3 lords of London, to wit, policy, pomp, and pleasure.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, all this while I stand here. My wares are not yet abroad, and I may lose both my customers and market.
Where, sir? Have ye wares? What wares do ye sell?
Truly, child, I sell ballads. Oh, soft. Whose wares are these that are up already? I paid my rent for my standing, and other folks' wares are set up before mine. Oh, this is wise indeed.
The fineness of the wares, man, deserves to have good place.
Oh, well, they are fine indeed. Who sells them, can ye tell? Is he free?
Our masters be. We wait on this ware, and yet we are no chapmen.
Chapmen? No, that's true, for you are no men. Neither chapmen, nor chopmen, nor chipmen, nor shipmen. But if ye be chappers, choppers, or chippers, ye are but chap boys.
Have ye not wares to sell, Gaffer?
Well, remember, child, my wares shall out now. But tell me, good sirs, how sell ye your wares? How many of these for a groat?
Our wares are not to be sold.
Not for silver, nor gold? Oh, why then do they hang in the open market?
To be seen, not bought.
Oh, then they are like ripe plums upon a rich man's tree, that set men's teeth watering when they are not to be bought. But what call you these things?
Scutcheons.
Cushions? Alas, It'd be a pity to sit upon such fine cushions. Oh, but come, boys, come. If you'll buy any of my wares, here is my stall, and I'll open and show straight.
What dainty fine ballads have you now to be sold?
Ah, merry child. Ah, I have Chipping Norton, a mile from Chapelou-the-Heath. Oh, a lamentable ballad of burning the Pope's dog. I have others. Ooh, the sweet ballad of the Lincolnshire bagpipes.
No.
No. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes! And Peggy and Willie. But now he's dead and gone. Mine own sweet Willie is laid in his grave. La 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 la, dee don dairy. La dee dun dun, la dee dun dun dairy dun do.
It is a doleful discourse, and sung as dolefully.
Ah, ye cannot mend it, can ye?
What will you lay on that? For I myself will lay 6 groats to 6 of your bald ballads, that you yourself shall say I sing better than you.
What a brag boy is this, in comparison with a man? Oh, but boy, I'll not lay 6 ballads to 6 groats, but I will lay 6 ballads to 6 jerks at your buttocks, that you shall not sing so well as I.
Well then, to our bargain, 6 ballads to 6 stripes, and who shall keep stakes?
Well, none of your companions, for that's ask my fellow if I be a thief.
Will you keep the stakes yourself?
Oh, best of all, for I mean plainly and will pay if I lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ah, here are my 6 ballads. They be ready. Now, how shall I come by your 6 stripes, boy?
Down with your breeches! I'll fetch a rod and deliver them straight.
Nay, then I care not if thou keep stakes.
Oh, too late, Gaffer, having challenged preeminence.
Oh, then let us lay no wager, but sing for good fellowship.
Agreed. And who shall begin?
Oh, boy, who is the elder? Hast I never heard? Give flounders to the elder.
You mistake the fish, but I'm sure 'tis give place. Begin with good grace.
Tobacco.
Tobacco?
Tobacco, sing sweetly for tobacco. Tobacco is like love. Oh, love it, for you see, I will prove it. Love maketh lean the fat man's tumor, so doth tobacco.
Love still drives off the wanton humor, so doth tobacco.
Love makes men sail from shore to shore,
so doth tobacco.
Tobacco, tobacco, sing sweetly for tobacco. Tobacco is like love. Oh, love it, for you see, I have proved it.
Well, sirs, who sings best?
Oh, tush! None of your copsmates shall judge. Oh, well, friends, what say you? Which of us sings the best, eh?
To say truth, it is but a bad choice. How will you sell the ballads you sang? for I'll not buy the voice.
Why wilt thou not buy my voice?
Because it will cost me more money in sallet oil to keep it from rusting than what it is worth. But I pray ye, honest man, what's this?
Oh, well, read, and thou shalt see.
I cannot read.
Not read? And brought up in London? Wouldst thou never to school?
Yes, but I would not learn.
Oh, then thou were the more fool. Oh, if thou cannot read, I'll tell thee. This is Richard Tarlton's picture. Oh, yes. Oh, Richard. Oh, didst thou ever know the actor Tarlton?
What was that? Tarlton? I never knew him.
What was he? Apprentice in his youth of this honorable city. Oh, God be with him. In his youth, he was leaning to the trade that my wife useth now, and I am used to tankard bearing. If thou knewest not him, thou knewest nobody.
I dwelt with him.
Oh, yes, wit dwelt with him, as appeared by his rhyme, and served him well. And Will was with him now and again. But soft, thy name is Wealth. I think, in good earnest, he was little acquainted with thee. Oh, passing fine Tarlton, I wish thee had lived still. It was the merriest fellow, that if thou had seen him, oh, with such jests, thou would laugh thy heart sore.
Because of thy praise, what's the price of the picture?
Oh, I'll tell thee, my lad. Come hither. If thou wilt dwell with me, thou shalt pay nothing. I'll give it to thee if thou wilt live with me.
If I like your name and science, perchance we'll agree.
Oh, nay, for my name and my honesty are one. It is well known. There's very a fool that cannot beguile him, for my name is Simplicity.
Goads, Gaffer, were you not a mealman once, and dwelt with Lady Conscience?
Yes, for want of a better.
What, a better man?
No, for a better mistress. She was as very fool as I. We dwelt so long together that we both went on begging.
Indeed, they that use a good conscience cannot suddenly be rich. But I'll not dwell with ye. You are too simple a master for me.
Nor will I dwell with ye, not for all the world's treasure.
Oh, these lads are so lordly that louds care not for them. Oh, Wealth, what say you? Will you buy this picture for your lord?
No, it is too base a present for Pomp.
Oh, what?
And policy seldom regards such a trifle.
Oh, what? It's
Come
Tarlton!
on, Gaffer, come on. I must be your best chapman. I'll buy it for pleasure. Hold. Here is a groat.
Oh, gramercy, goodwill, my wife shall love thee still. And since I can neither get wit nor wealth, my wife shall have her will, and I will have my health. Oh, God, forgive me. I think I never name her, but it conjures her. Look where she comes. Hide me, hide.
Now! What do you with these boys here to filch away your ware? You show all your wit, you'll never have more care.
Content ye, good wife. We do not filch, but buy.
Oh. Well, I meant not you, young master. God's blessing on your heart. You have bought indeed, sir, I see, for your part. Be these two young gentlemen of your company. Buy, gentlemen, buy ballads to make your friends merry.
To stand long with your burden, methinks you should be weary.
Oh, true, gentlemen, but you may see that poor Painful Penury is fain to carry a tankard for a penny. Come not home to dinner. It's Ember Day. You must eat nothing till night, but fast and pray. I'll lose my draughted conduit, and therefore I'll away. God give you good day, gentlemen.
Wife, must I not eat today?
Nay, sir, by my fay.
If I must not eat today, I mean to drink the more. When I spare in bread and ale, I'll set to the score. What say ye, my young masters, and do I not speak plainly?
Methinks you do, and it is pretty that simplicity hath got for his wife plain, painful penury.
Yeah, thank God. Though she be poor and scarce cleanly, yet she is homely, careful, and comely.
With will and wealth, come to your lords quickly.
Farewell, Master Simplicity.
Oh, farewell, good master boys. In heartily, yes. Oh, yes, good master boys, how now? Will, wit, wealth.
What's the matter you call us back so suddenly?
I forgot to ask ye, whether your 3 lords of London be courtiers or citizens.
Citizens born, courtiers brought up. Farewell.
Yes.
My lords, come on! What suits have you to me?
Renowned Nemo, the most, only one that draws no breath but of the eternal air, that knows our suit before we bound to speak, for thou art the very oracle of thoughts. To thee we seek, to thee on knees we sue, that thou wilt deign from thraldom to release those lovely dames who London ladies are.
What? Those 3 caitiffs, long ago condemned? Love, lucre, conscience? Well deserving death, being corrupt with all contagion. Oh, the spotted ladies of that stately town?
Love, lucre, conscience, we of thee desire, who in thyself hast all perfection, accomplished with all integrity, and needs no help to do what pleaseth thee. To thee we sue, saith power thou hast thereto, to set those ladies at their liberty.
Release? Oh, my lords, why seek ye their release that have perpetual prison for their doom?
But Nemo can from thence redeem them all.
Their deeds were the cause, not Nemo of their thrall.
Thou, only mild and courteous, sir, vouchsafe to hear our suit, and set those ladies free.
What is the purpose of this earnest suit?
To marry them and make them honest wives.
But may it be that men of your regard, lords of such fortune and so famous a place, will link yourselves with ladies so forlorn and so disdained with more than common crimes?
Marriage may make amends for many a miss.
And love doth cover heaps of cumbrous evils.
And doth forget the faults that were before.
Well, mean as you say, you need to say no more.
In token that we mean what we have said, lo, here are our shields, the prizes of our love, to challenge any, save thyself, who dare deny those ladies to be ours by right.
Woo them and win them and wear them too. I will both comfort and discourage you, my lords. The comfort is this: of all those former crimes wherewith the world was wont these dames to charge, I have them cleared, and made them all as free as they were born, no blemish left to see. But the discourage, gentle lords, is this: the time of their endurance hath been long, whereby their clothes of cost and curious stuff are worn to rags, and bring them much disgrace.
Oh, alas, fair ladies, was there none that sued for their release before we took't in hand?
Yes, divers for fair lucre sought release, and some for love would fain have paid the fees. But silly conscience sat without regard in sorrow's dungeon, sighing to herself, which, when I saw that some did sue for love, most for lucre, none for conscience, a vow I made which now I shall perform, till some should sue to have release of all, judged as they are, they should remain in thrall. But you who crave their freedom all at once, you shall have your suit, and see them here ere long. A little while you must have patience, my lords. Therefore, go in.
Becometh us to wait on Nemo still?
Not so. But, lordings, one condition more. You must promise me, sith they're in my power, I may dispose of them, when they are released, upon you three, as I shall think it best.
Do but command, and we shall all subscribe.
Then go your ways, for I have here to do. Sorrow, draw near. Tomorrow, bring thou forth love, lucre, conscience, whom thou hast in thrall, upon these stones to sit and take the air, but set no watch, nor spile what they do.
May we call this merry day, my mates, wherein we meet, that once were desperate, I think, ever to see one another, when Nemo, that upright judge, had by imprisoning our mistresses, banished us out of London, and almost out of the world. But live we yet, and are we met, and near our old seat. Usury, is it thou? Let me see. Or has some other stolen thy face? Speak'st thou, man?
No fraud, though many have counterfeited both thee and me, we are ourselves yet, and no changelings I see. Well, why should thou ask me, man, if I live? This silly ass cannot feed on harder forage than Usery, she upon thistles, and I upon a brown crust of a month old.
So, usury and an ass are two of the profitablest beasts a man can keep, though the one hath teeth sharper than the other.
Art thou not simplicity?
Good man's simplicity, for I am married, and yet much like your mastership. So, you are Master Fraud. A pox on your worship. I see a fox and a false knave have all one luck, the better for banning. And many of you crafty knaves live merrilier than we honest men.
Deceiver, bridle your tongue.
Nah.
Ye be welcome to our company. No girds nor old grudges, but congratulate this meeting. And sirs, if you'll say it, let's tell how we have lived since our parting.
Fraud, after my escaping away at the sessions, where I shifted, as thou knowest, into 3 sundry shapes. One of a friar, and they can dissemble. Another like a woman, and they do little else. The third as a saint and a devil, and so is a woman. I was banished out of London by Nemo. To the country went I amongst my old friends, and never better loved than among the russet coats. Now, hearing some speech that the lady should be sued for, I am come in hopes of my old entertainment, in hoping that the 3 lords should prevail in their suits, and I to serve one of them.
He should do well that gives thee a coat, but he should do better if he could take off thy skin.
And for mine own part, among artificers, and amongst a few bad conscienced lawyers, I have found such entertainment as doth pass, yet would Lucre fain be as I was.
Fraud is as ill as a cut purse, by the mass.
As for usury, the longer I live, the greater the love I find. Yet would I be with Lucre again to please my mind.
Oh, here's a good fellow too, one of our acquaintance. How hast thou lived, simplicity?
More honestly than the rest of thy company, for when I might no longer beg, as begging was but bad, for you cozened me once of an alms, I fell into tankard bearing, and so got a wife for the same science, Painful Penury. Well, then I got my freedom, and feeling my shoulder growing weary of the tankard, set up an easier trade, to sell ballads,
Hadst thou a stock to set up withal?
Wise enough to tell you, aye. And yonder's my stall. Oh, but beware, I lose nothing. For I'll lay it straight to some of you. I saw none so much like thieves, I promise you, since I set up.
You are a wise man, when your nose is in the cup.
But soft! Who comes here? Step we close aside, for these be the 3 ladies of London, for my life, brought out of prison by their keeper. Let us be whist, and we shall hear and see all. Sirrah, you must say nothing.
Well, not till ye speak again, for I'm afraid of she that is with the women.
O sorrow, when, sorrow, wilt thou cease to blow the spark that burns my troubled soul, to feed the worm that stings my fainting breast, and sharp the steel that gores my bleeding heart? My thoughts are thorns, my tears hot drops of lead. I plain, I pine, I die, yet never dead. If world would end, my woe should but begin. Lo, this the case of conscience for her sin.
Yet never dead, and yet love doth not live. Love that to loss in life her folly led. Folly the food whereon her frailty fed. Frailty the milk that nature's breast did give. Life but a breath, and folly but a flower. Lust, fire, bait, scorn, dust, flower, and feeble breath. Die, quench, deceive, fly, fade, and yield to death.
For death we call, yet death is still in sight. Lucre doth scald in drops of melting gold. Accusing rust calls on eternal night, where flames consume, and yet we freeze with cold. But snow, sulphur, flame, frost, nor hideous crying can cause them die that ever are in dying, nor make the pain diminish or increase. Sorrow is slack, and yet will never cease.
When sorrow ceaseth, shame shall then begin, for those who wallow senseless in their sin. But, ladies, I have drawn you from my den to open air to mitigate some moan. Conscience. Sit ye down upon this sweating stone, and let this flint, love, serve thee for a seat. And Lady Lucre. On this stone rest you. And ladies, thus I leave you here alone. Mourn ye, but moan not I shall absent be, but good it were sometimes to think on me.
Comfort it is to think on sorrow past.
Sorrow remains where joy is but a blast.
A blast of wind is world's felicity.
A blasting wind and full of misery.
O conscience, thou hast more tormented me.
Me hath thy worm, O conscience, stung too deep.
But more myself my thoughts tormented have, than both of you in sorrow's sullen cave, from whence drawn forth I find but little rest, a seat uneasy, wet, and scalding hot. On this hard stone hath sorrow me assigned.
And on my seat myself I frozen find. No flint more hard, no ice more cold than this.
I think my seat some mineral stone to be. I draw cold from it, it draweth heat from me. Ladies, consent, and we our seats will view.
Dare we for shame our stained faces show?
My double face is single grown again.
My spots are gone, my skin is smooth and plain.
Then doff we our veils, and greet this gladsome light, the chaser of gloom, sorrow's heavy night.
Oh, cheerful air, and clearest crystal sky.
Shining sun and fairest firmament, comfort to those that time and woe have spent.
Upon my stone is set remorse in brazen letters.
And on my flint and lead is charity.
In golden letters on my stone is care.
Then Lucre sits upon the stone of care.
And conscience upon the marble of remorse.
Love on the frozen flint of charity. Oh, ladies, alas, what tattered souls are we!
Sorrow our hearts and time our clothes hath torn.
Then sit we down like silly souls forlorn, and hide our faces that we be not known. For sorrow's plagues tormenteth me no more, than will their sight that knew me heretofore.
Then will their sight that knew us heretofore draw ruth and help from them for our relief.
For our relief? For conscience and for love? No help, small ruth, that our distress may move.
O conscience, thou wouldest lead me to despair, but that I see the way to hope is fair, and hope to heaven directs a ready way, and heaven to help is pressed to them that pray.
That pray with faith and with unfeigned remorse, for true belief and tears make prayer of force.
Then veil ourselves, and silent let us stay, till heaven shall please to send some friends this way.
Ladies, unmask! Blush not for base attire. Here are none but friends and servants alike. Oh, dear Lady Lucre, unveil, I say, that we once sworn slaves unto our mistress may once again behold those stately, lovely looks, and do those duties to which us well beseems, such duties as we all desire to do.
I know that tongue. Lucre, beware of fraud.
Oh, fraud indeed, by his speech it should be he. Fraud, what seekest thou?
Lucre, to honor thee with wit, with worth, with all that I have, to be thy servant as I was before, to get thee clothes and what thou wantest else.
Fraud, farewell. I must be one no more to keep such servants as I kept before.
Make you a suit. You may chance to speak better.
Look up, good love, and to supply thy wants, ask what thou wilt, and thou shalt have of me that joy more in thy liberty than this life or light that comforts me.
Dissimulation, fed with viper's flesh, whose words are oil, whose deeds the darts of death. Thy tongue I know, that tongue that me beguiled. Dear bought repentance bids me shun thy snare.
O happy love, if now thou can, beware.
Marry, but hark ye, this blindfold buzzardly head wench spoke to ye. She knows ye, yet sees thee not.
Soft, yet they have not yet smelled thee.
Oh, well, you women, wives, maids, men's daughters, what shall I call ye? These fellows, hark ye, shall I call ye crafty knaves, make me believe that you are the three, that were the three fair ladies of London.
Gentle simplicity, we are unhappy they.
Oh, but ladies, if ye be the ladies, which of ye dwelt on Kent Street? One of you did, but I know not which is she. You all look like broom wenches. Well, I was her servant once. I never be ashamed of her, but I be rich and she be poor. Which is Lady Conscience?
Even I am she, Simplicity.
Oh, I am glad ye are out of prison. I thought ye had forgotten me. I would you as good a gown now as I once carried of yours to pawn to Usery here.
Gramercy, good Simplicity, wilt thou be with me now?
Oh, no, I thank you heartily, but I'll beg no more. Though I might, for I am married to Painful Penury. Now, look ye, my stately masters, I may if I will, and you would, if ye might.
No, not dwell with such a beggarous conscience.
No, fraud never loved conscience, since he was an ostler.
Who cares for conscience but dies a beggar?
Love, look on me, and I will give thee clothes.
I will no more by thee be so disguised.
Ah, ye do the wiser, for his face looks like a cloak back.
In thy affections I had once a place.
Those fond affections wrought me foul disgrace.
I'll make amends if aught amiss were done.
Who once are burned, the fire will ever shun.
And yet once burned, to warm again may prove.
Not at thy fire. I will be perfect love.
Ah, marry! The wench has learned to speak wittily. Well, here's many fair proffers for love and lucre, but who clothes Lady Conscience? She may sit long enough.
I will clothe her straight.
Oh, I see you have a hand in this, Master Usery. Usury covers conscience with fraud's cloak very cunningly.
Alas, who loads my shoulders with this heavy weed? Fie, how it stinks. This is perfumed indeed.
Marry up, goody conscience. Indeed I do you wrong, but my cloak shall not cumber you long.
All this while Lucre knows not I am here, but now will I to her. Mark how I speed. Lady, fairest that nature ever formed, thy vassal here, a virtue in thy need, whom thou by license of the law mayst use, tenders himself and all his services to do thy will in duty as tofore, glad of thy freedom as his own proper life.
Lady Lucre, you love an apple. Take care that the caterpillar consume not your fruit.
Who is it that maketh this latest suit?
'Tis Usery.
Great is the service that he hath done me. But Usury, now I may not deal with thee.
The law allows me, madam, in some sort.
But God and I would have thy bounds cut short.
For you I reck not. But if God me hate, why doth the law allow me in some rate?
Usury slanders both law and state. The law doth not allow, though it tolerate, and thou art sure be shut out at heaven's gate.
Well, usury, fraud, dissimulation, hearken unto me. Though my tongue, in memory it be green, cannot declare the horrors I have seen. So tempt me not, and trouble me no more. I must not use you as I did before. And if you be found within fair London's gate, you must to prison, whence we came of late. Conscience will accuse ye if ye be in sight.
That scurvy conscience works us all to spite.
Yonder comes some. We must take our flight.
Conscience, love, Lucre, ladies all, what cheer? How do you like the stones you sit upon?
The marble of remorse I sit upon sweats scalding drops, like bitter brinish tears.
So should remorse, when conscience feels her guilt. Gentle love, how feelest thou thy flint?
Oh, sharp and cold, I freeze unto my seat. The flint holds fire, and yet I feel no heat.
Oh, love, so cold is charity in these times. But Lucre, how sit you?
Upon a heavy stone, not half so cold nor half so hot as theirs, but of some secret power, for it from me doth draw a kindly heat.
Such the true conditions of you three. Remorse of conscience, charity of love, care of lucre, such your uses be. But now, fair ladies, set your sorrow aside. Frolic, fair dames, for an unexpected good is eminent through me unto you all. 3 lords there be, your native countrymen, in London born as you yourselves have been, which covet you for honorable wives, and presently do come to visit you. Be not abashed at your base attire, for I will send friends to deck you all. If I command, stand up, else sit you still. Lo, here they come. My lords, the dames be here.
Oh, why are they wimpled? Shall they not unmask them?
May we not see their beauty, what it is?
Yes, lordings, yes. Lucre, lift up thy veil.
Ha! Beauty excellent.
Of rare perfection.
A dainty face.
Love, unmask.
Sweet love indeed.
A lovely face.
A gallant grace.
Conscience, uncover.
Beauty divine.
Of a face angelical.
Sweet creature of the world.
A little while I'll leave you with these 3, my lords. Converse, confer on good condition. I'll right soon return,
with such good friends as it concerns to clothe these dainty ones. If any in my absence visit them, know their intent and use your skill therein.
Ladies, to call to mind your former lives were to recount your sorrows on a row. Omitting then what you have been or be, or what you may be, I'll speak, and it please you. Wives, to us three. Ladies, to London lords. Pomp, pleasure, policy, men of such regard as shall you guard from evil, once matched with us. And policy presents this gift to you.
With London's pomp shall one of you be joined, possessing more than fortune can afford. Fortune's a fool, but heavenly providence guards London's pomp, and her that shall be his.
And London's pleasure, peerless in delights, will deign to make one of these dames his own, who may with him in more contentment live than ever did the Queen of Ethiop.
Though silence, lords, our modesty enforce, Nemo can speak the secrets of our thoughts. Nemo, whose women's minds can constant keep. He shall for you answer good, my lords. I speak for all, though ill-beseeming me.
Thus you see how they are qualified. But here they come that deck these ladies shall. Lucre, arise, come from the stone of care.
Fair Lady Lucre, lo what honest industry to thee hath brought to deck thy dainty self. Lucre, by honest industry achieved, shall nourish, prosper, and continue long. Come with me to thy chamber, to attire thee there.
Thou mayst go with honest industry.
And love, arise from charity's cold flint. Pure zeal hath purchased robes to cover love. Whilst love is single, zeal shall her attire with kind affection, mortifying lust. Come, love, with me these garments to put on.
Love, go with zeal and take her ornaments.
Rise, conscience, from that marble of remorse. Sincerity such robes for thee hath brought, as best beseems good conscience to adorn. Come, follow, that may thou go put them on. For conscience, clothed by sincerity, is armed well against the enemy.
Follow him, conscience, and fear not, for thou art right.
Most Reverend Nemo, thanks for this good sight. Lucre is clothed with honest industry.
Love by pure zeal.
And conscience by sincerity.
Depart we now. Come hence a day or two, and see them decked as dainty ladies should, and make such choice as may content you all.
Come on, gentle husband. Let us lay our heads together, our purses together, and our reckonings together. To see whether we win or lose. Well, what money have ye? What wares? What laws? What games?
I have 5 shillings in money, I believe 2 in wares, and upon that score I owe 2 shillings and 8 pence. How much is that?
9 shillings and 8 pence, so...
So...
Oh, we are worse off by a groat than when we began.
No!
Well, once again, I'll set ye up. Here are 4 groats that I've got by water bearing this week.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Make
Thank
up
you.
your stock and run no more behind.
Aye.
Who comes here?
What lack ye, sir? What ye lack?
Oh, bonjour. Me lack is a money pas a fine. The very fine French, nah. Oh, the gold buttons. The brave boulachine. Oh, the gold ring. Oh. You be free, monsieur.
Oh, yeah.
Me un foreigner. You buy me a ware. You gain £10 for lay out 10 shilling.
Wife, what hard luck have we that cannot make 10 shillings but to gain £10? Wife, with £10 it would set us up forever.
husband.
Mm-hmm.
See the wares.
Oh.
And if 10 shillings will buy it,
Uh-huh.
well, it will go hard, but we will make that money.
Mm-hmm.
Friend,
Oh!
show my husband your wares.
What's a maestra? The buttons, they are gold. The bouglashi.
Oh.
The ring as a gold. 2 shillings are dozen button.
Mm-hmm.
Shilling are ring.
Hmm.
But, maestra and maestressa, me must make money to go home to my own country. But
Oh.
me lose 10 pound. Poor has to go next time. Oh, tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, the maestra. Oh, poor necessity make me so poor grand loss. But you gain 10 pound at least.
Uh-huh.
Go boy.
You'll warrant them gold, sirrah.
Oui. So good gold as you pay for. Adieu, monsieur.
Oh. Oh, adieu, monsieur. Adieu. Oh. Sell such gold rings and buttons for so little money? Good Lord. What pennyworths these fellows can afford. Now, wait. Now, let's see. 10 pound. Now, when we have 10 pound, we'll have a large shop. And we'll sell all manner of wares, and we'll get more of these and gain 10 pound more. Oh, then thou shalt have a taffeta hat and a garnet gown, and I a gown and a new hat, and a silk doublet and a fair hose.
Oh, well, I thank thee, husband. Well, till then, I'll ply my water bearing and save and get and save till we be rich.
Uh-huh.
But, look, thou bring these wares home every night with thee.
I'll sell them before night for 10 pound. Go, woman, go! I will tell you, I am glad that this Frenchman came with these wares, for we had been examining the ale score, and, well, the alewife and my wife had scolded. Oh, well, yeah, a man may say, he that's ordained to be rich, oh, shall be rich. Ah! Oh, go, woman! Ah!
No, the heavenly providence has not considered Pomp.
Lucre belongs with pleasure.
How could you say that?
Stop! From whence, good lords, grew this hot argument?
Thou knowest already, yet if thou wilt hear, for this we strive. A fond pleasure makes account, summing his bills without an auditor, that Lady Lucre ought of right be his.
So I affirm, and so I will maintain, that pleasure ought by right Dame Lucre have, to bear the charge of sports and of delight.
Nay, to support the haughty magnificence and lordly pomp of London's excellence befits it rather Lucre join with me, by whom her honor shall be more advanced.
More fit for pomp than pleasure, but most fit that Lucre with policy should be matched, as guerdon of my studies and my cares, and high employments in the commonwealth.
What pleasure can be fostered without cost?
What pomp or port without respect of gain?
What policy without preferment lives?
Thus, my lords, you show your imperfections, subject to passions, straining honor's bounds. Be here a while. Dame Lucre shall be brought by me to choose which of you she liketh best. So you allow her choice with patience.
Go. We abide thy doom till thy return.
If Lucre be not mad, she will be mine.
If she regard her good, she will be mine.
If she love happy life, she will be mine. Women love pleasure.
And women love pomp.
Women use policy, but here she comes that will decide the doubt.
Conscience, content thee with a quaint conceit. Conceal thy name to work a special good. Thy name must now be Lucre, for to work a fine device. Lo, lordings, here is Lucre, whom ye love. Lucre,
the choice is left unto thyself. Which of these thou wilt for husband choose?
The modesty that doth my sex beseem forbids my tongue therein to tell my thoughts. But may it please my lords to pardon me. Which of you three shall deign to make such choice, him shall I answer to his own content.
If Policy and Lucre are wed, she shall be mistress over many men.
If Lucre like to match with London's Pomp, in stately port all others shall she pass.
If pleasure may for wife fair Lucre gain, her life shall be an earthly paradise.
Lord Policy, love were the only choice. Methinks for you that all your cares employ, and studies for the love of commonwealth. Lord Pleasure, for you conscience were a wife, to measure your delights by reason's rule. In recreation, conscience help to use.
Were conscience half so sweet as is thyself, her would I seek with suits and services. But on this dame hath pleasure fixed his heart.
Lucre with Pomp most aptly might combine.
Lucre or love, if case thou wilt be mine, let pass thy name. Thyself do I desire. Thee will I have, except thyself deny. Would thee to live, or else for thee to die.
My lords, no quarrel. Let this lady go. If ye trust me, I will please you both. For pleasure, this is not Lucre.
She's Lucre unto me. But be she love or conscience, this is she.
Whom you will have.
Spite of the devil, I will. Receive in pawn my heart, my hand and oath, to be thy own in faith, in love, and troth.
It is enough. Pleasure, do not fear. Conscience will use you as becomes her best.
And art thou conscience, welcomer to me than either love or lucre?
God send grace, I be.
Be pleased, my lords. Ere long ye shall be sped as much to your contents as pleasure is.
Oh, right gratefully those favors will receive.
My lords, if your affairs in present be not great, prepare ye to withstand a stratagem, such as this land nor London ever knew. Spanish forces, lordings, are prepared in bravery and boast beyond all bounds, to invade, to win, to conquer all this land. They chiefly aim at London's stately pomp, at London's pleasure, wealth, and policy, intending to despoil her of them all. And over all, these lovely ladies three, love, lucre, conscience, of the rarest price, to tyrannize and carry hardest hand. From Spain they come with engine and intent, to slay and subdue, to triumph and torment.
Nemo, for a time conceal this dame, and live secure unseen. Let us alone, whom most it doth concern, to meet and match our overweening foe.
My lords, if ever, show your honors now. Those proud usurping Spanish tyrants come to reave from you what most you do regard, to take away your credit and your fame, to raise and spoil this right renowned town. And if you love or lucre do regard, or of conscience have any kind of care, in this your valor shall assurance give.
Oh, fair conscience, fear not, but assure thyself, what kind affection we soever bear for love or lucre in this action, chiefly for thee our service shall be done.
For conscience' sake, more than for lucre now.
Farewell, my lords. For me, my lords. For me.
Diligence. Go get in readiness men and munition. Bid our pages ply, that all our furniture be well. Wit, wealth, and will to further wars be fit. My lords, I would I might advise you now to carry, as it were, a careless regard of these Castilians and their accustomed bravado. Lord Pomp, let nothing that's magnifical or that may tend to London's graceful state be unperformed, as shows and solemn feasts, bonfires, bells, and peals of ordnance, and pleasure. See that plays be published, May games and masks, with mirth and minstrelsy. Myself shall muster on Mile End Green, as though we saw, and fear not to be seen.
Ah, in this device such liking I conceive, as London shall not lack what Pomp can do. For well I know that worthy citizens do carry minds so frank and bountiful as for their honor they will spare no cost, especially to let the enemy know. Honor in England, not in Spain, doth grow.
And then, let us go, and each man to his charge.
from a stranger, of an old Frenchman, for good gold, said to be worth £10, for so he told me. I have good witness, for my wife was nearby, and she lent me the money.
What did they cost you?
10 shillings, every penny.
That argues you're guilty. Could ye buy so many buttons and rings of gold, think ye, for 10 shillings? Of whom did you buy them?
An old Frenchman. The old French disease take him.
And where dwells this old Frenchman?
In France, I think. Or so he told me that he was to go over on the next tide or the next day.
A good answer. He dwells in France. And you dwell here.
Oh, good Master Usery. Take my goods and let me go.
What's the matter, Usery? Let this poor knave cry so.
Oh, good Master Fraud, speak to him. Tell him to let me go.
Usery, by my request you shall let the poor man go.
What? Well, for this once I shall. Sirrah, get ye packing, and take heed of such a piece of work again, while ye live.
I thank thee, Master Fraud. Oh, I'll not go far, for I see dissimulation and fraud be those two. Ah, here, I think I am unseen.
Usery, you should thank me for this good booty, for it is I that hope ye to it. For I sold them to him for gold indeed, in the shape of an old French artificer. Come, give me half, for I deserve it. For it was my part at the first beginning of this comedy. I was ever afraid that the fool should have known me, for you see, even now, though disguised, he called me by my name.
Ah! Did I so? Oh, well, I am glad I have found my Frenchman. Well, now I'll race to the street, and I'll have my wares again, and prove to ye, as ye ever were, false knaves, I believe.
Get him! Stab him! Out, villain! Thief! He will betray us all.
What a fool you were to speak before he left! Now you've lost your part of this as well. For he will go complain, you will be sought for, and I made to restore these things again.
Not that thou be wise. Thou wilt not tarry with the reckoning. For seest thou not dissimulation and myself?
Yes. What means these sailor caps? Will ye be sailors?
The Spaniards are coming. Thou hearest with great power. There is no living in London. Men have grown so full of conscience and religion that fraud and dissimulation are deciphered, and being deciphered are being despised. Therefore, we shall slip out to sea to meet and join with the enemy.
Oh, whatsoever ye do, be not traitors to your native country.
'Tis not our native country, thou knowest. I, Dissimulation, am a mongrel, half an Italian, half a Dutchman. Fraud so too, half French, half Scottish. And thy parents were both Jews, though thou wert born in London. And here, Usery, thou art cried out against by the preachers. Join with us, man, to better thy state. For in Spain, preaching toucheth us not.
To better my state? Nay, to alter my state. For here, where I am, I know the government. Here may I live, for all their threatening. If strangers prevail, I know not their laws, nor their usage. They may be oppressors, and take all that I have, for they want what's not their own. Therefore here will I stay, sure to keep what I have, rather than be a traitor upon half and had I wist. And stay you too, if ye be wise, and pray as I pray, that the preachers and all other good men may die, and then will flourish. But never trust a stranger's courtesy.
He'll not go with us. Yet for old acquaintance keep counsel. Betray us not, for we shall be out to sea. Farewell, Usery.
Honor's fire inflame our thoughts, and let us arm our courage with our cause, and so dispose ourselves to welcome them. I need not tell thee they are poor and proud, envious, ireful, and ambitious. Do me the favor to be the first to front the foe. The vanguard let be policies this once. Pomp's the main battle, pleasure's the rearward.
And here they come, as brave as Philip's son, in glittering gold and party-colored plumes, their shields impressed with gilt compartments, their herald careless playing at their backs, as if with conquest they triumphing came.
If they be conquered, greater be their shame. But, diligence, go post along the coast to tell the news.
And here they come, O proud Castilians.
Estamos aquí.
¡Ándale, amigos!
¡Mis
compadres
de España!
¡Ándale! Los perros ingleses.
Oh, my lords, what mean these gallants to perform? Come these Castilian cowards but to brave? Do all these mountains move to breed a mouse? Fealty, go fetch their answer resolute, how they dare be so bold, and what they dare do here.
What wouldst thou, Herald?
Parley with those three. Herald.
They scorn to grace so mean a man as thou with parley or with presents.
Do they scorn? Are thy masters monarchs, everyone? Or be they gods? Or rather, be they devils?
Monarchs in minds, and gods in eye conceits, that scorn you English as they scorn of men.
Imperious Spaniard, do a herald right, thyself art one. If their trutchman thou be thou my trump, that I my message may through thee convey to them from London lords. But if thou dare not my ambassage do, stand aside, and stop not my access to them.
Rather, will I return, and know their minds.
Boy, what news?
The fearful herald of yon famous crew durst not your message to his masters tell, till I, with contumelious words, though he be brave and hot in terms, enforced him for their answer resolute.
Pleaseth them to be magnifical, and of their special graces to vouchsafe a counter view of shields, a favor which they seldom grant to foes. Go thou for those, I will meet thee with these.
Yon braving Spaniards wish a counter view of shields, but what they mean or be I know not yet. So please it you to show your shields?
Boy, take your place, for they come on.
Couch thy swords, knowest where thou art. Here we will bear no braves.
Down with your weapons! No clash of shields here, by any stranger, be he foe or friend.
Decito nobis ideo, quid sibi velit istec emblemata.
The owners of these emblems are 3 London lords, those 3 that are now viewing of your shields. Policy, Pomp, and Pleasure be their names, and they, in honor of their mistresses, Love, Lucre, Conscience, London ladies 3, emblazoned these shields, challenging who durst compare or challenge one of them. And Policy, a tortoise hath impressed, encompassed with her native walls, her shell, and Providence Securus is his word. Pomp, a lily hath portrayed, as paragon of beauty and boon grace. Glory sans peer is his word, and true it is, with London's pomp, Castile cannot compare. Pleasure, the dainty of that famous town, a falcon hath emblazoned, soaring high to show the pitch to which London's pleasure flies. Pomp is his word, yet never stops to train, but unto conscience, chosen for his dear, and thus the effect you hear.
Buena, por Lutheranos ingleses.
Mala per Catholicos Castellanos.
Go to then, and declare thy lords, their shields, their herald, and their purpose. Speak, man, though Spain use messengers ill, 'tis England's guise to entreat them courteously.
3 caballeros castellanos here, without compeers in compass of this world, have come to conquer as full well they shall. This little English height, this small hill isle, with London, that proud poultry market town, and those dames love, lucre, conscience, prisoners, to use our force as pleaseth them. They first, now quake, his Spanish majesty, that for his empress gives Queen Juno's birth, whose train is spranged with Argus's 100 eyes. None peril his word, none his like.
Well, on the rest.
Don Honor is the next grand peer of Spain, that for his empress is a corsair salient, of color sable, darkening the sky and earth, pressing the globe beneath his disdainful hoof, and sallying to aspire to rolling skies. Non sufficit orbis his haughty word. The world sufficeth, not high honor's thoughts.
Himself ambition, whom the heavens do hate.
And love the lady he hopes to gain.
His thoughts, distract from foul distempered brain, prove him the very firebrand of Spain. And in his shield, his black, disordered beast, scaling the skies, scornful to tread the ground. But to the third.
The third caballero is government, severe in justice and in judgment deep. His empress is a naked infant, gored upon a lance, signifying severity. His word pour sangue, for blood of enemies he bends his forces, and conscience to this conquest comes.
The government of Spain is tyranny, as do his empress and his words declare. In conscience spite, the Spanish tyranny hath shed a sea of most unguilty blood. But what's the end?
The end is, best you yield, submitting you to the mercy of these lords.
Ha! Before we fight, soft sir, ye brave too much. Castilians, know that Englishmen will knock, but say, does Spanish pride for London's lucre gape?
And would their tyranny conscience captive have?
Doth their ambition London's love affect?
All this they will, and prey upon your towns, and give away your lands before your face.
Why hath thy coat a burning ship behind?
To signify the burning of your fleet.
It rather means thy commonwealth's on fire about thy ears, and you were best look home. A commonwealth's compared unto a ship. If yours do flame, your country is hot. Beware.
I see, Castilians, that you marvel much at this same emblem of the olive tree upon my back. Lo, this it signifies. Spain is in wars, but London lives in peace. Your native fruit doth wither on your soil, and prospers where it never planted was.
Shielty, say unto yon Thrassos three, the lords of London, dare them to the field, pitying their pride and their ambition, scorning their tyranny, and yet fearing thus that they are come from home and dare not fight. But if they dare, in joint or several arms, battle or combat him that lucre speaks, yon Spanish pride, him dare I from the rest.
That bloody cur, your Spanish tyranny that London's conscience would force with cruelty, I challenge him for conscience sake to fight a lord of London, and I pleasure height.
Say if thou wilt that London's policy discerns that proud ambition of Spain, and for he comes inflamed with London's love, in combat let him conquer me and have her. This is love's favor, I her servant am.
This lucre's favor, Pomp for her will fight.
This conscience favor, she my mistress is.
You craven English on your dunghills crow.
Ha! You Spanish pheasants, crow upon your perch, but when we fire your coats about your ears, and take possession of your walled towns, we'll make a dunghill of your rotten bones, and cram your chickens with your grains of gold.
You will not yield? Then fare thee well.
Yon three are pride, ambition, tyranny. But why stay we here to give them space to breathe? Come, courage, let us charge them all at once.
What braving cowards these Castilians be! But let us us hang our scutcheons up again, and shroud ourselves, though not far off unseen, to see if it may draw them to some deed, be it to batter our impressed shields.
Agreed. Here, let us hang them up a space.
Buena!
Facing, faint-hearted, proud and insolent, that bear no edge within their painted sheaths.
Ah, their shields are ours. They fled away in shame. But, lordings, whiles the stratagem is fresh and memory of their misfortune green, let us pursue them flying. If you say it, haply you may prevent their passage yet.
With speed and heed, the matter must be done.
Therefore you, policy, shall our leader be.
The day is ours. Let us joy this joyful day, that all men may rejoice. Yet only I am thankful for this good. Your good day at hand approacheth fast, wherein ye shall be wed to 3 such lords, as all the cities under heaven's bright cope with all their glory cannot match in worth.
Against their coming might my reed be heard. Prepare would we garlands of laurel green, to welcome them, more for the common good than for affection private that we bear.
May we meet them and greet them with joyful hearts, and make them garlands when we know their minds.
And here they come, oh, with new impressed shields. My lords, well met, and welcome from your foes.
Lord Pomp, well met, and welcome home again.
Lord Policy, well met and welcome home again.
Lord Pleasure, welcome with unfeigned heart.
Fair Joy and Lady, 20,000 thanks.
Fair love and lady, twice as many thanks.
Fair and beloved Lucre, though I speak last, as kindly I thy welcome do accept, as heart can think, pen write, or tongue can tell.
Now speak, my lords, how have ye sped?
Right well, thanks unto him who gave the day to us. They, with dishonor, left their shields behind, the only prizes purchased by us now. And those, fair ladies, we present to you. Love, this is thine, and he that gives it thee.
In lieu whereof your gift and her I give again to you, which merits more than both.
Oh, the greatest gift and good could me befall.
Fair Lucre, lo, my present and myself.
Which I, with Nemo's license, gladly take.
Take her, Lord Pomp, I give her unto thee, wishing your good may 10 times doubled be.
The richest good this world hath given to me.
Of duty I, my dear, must give thee this, that art my comfort and my earthly bliss.
That present preparation must now be met, so that I, in presence of the world, may give these, my daughters, unto you, my sons.
By my consent, one day shall serve for all, and shall be kept forever. Festival!
And on that day, in honor of these dames, these shields in triumph shall be borne about.
With pageants, plays, and what delights may be, to entertain the time and company.
If it please you, my lords, methinks it should be well met that the ladies take care to provide their own toys. Myself, I shall help them, who know their minds well, for I can keep women both quiet and constant.
It pleaseth us well that you will take the pains. Fair ones, for a while, You betake you to your business.
Ladies, adieu.
Beloved, farewell.
Yes, indeed.
How now, my hearts? Think ye we shall speak?
Cousin Skill, why seek ye a position with Lady Love? What profit is there in that?
Tut, hold thee content. I'll serve but a while, and serve mine own turn and away.
Master Usury, come hither. You desire to serve me. You have done Lady Lucre good service, you say. But it is against God and conscience that ye did it. Neither ever in your life did ye anything for love. Serve me you will not. And I would I could keep you close prisoner or banish you from London forever. But that is not in me. But what is, or may be, that straight you shall see. By policy's counsel this shall be done. Sorrow, bring me that iron! Help me, my lord!
I'll take the iron. Cousin Skill, help to hold him. Sirrah, policy gives you this mark. Do you see? A little X standing in the midst of a great sea, meaning thereby to let men understand you must not take above bare 10 pound in the 100 in any hand, and that too much too. So be packing quietly, and know that London's pomp is not sustained by usury, but by well-ventured merchandise and honest industry.
I would I had never met ye, if this be your courtesy.
Now, Cousin Skill, alias Filthy Fraud, no kinsman to policy or friend unto the state, instead of serving me, let's take him to Newgate. Then, my lords, we will about our affairs. Let's be gone.
Wedding that ever was seen. If London this look, her streets were now clean, except it be best in welcome of our queen. 3 lovely lords of London, shall 3 London ladies wed, strew the flowers upon the stones, perfume the bridal bed. To grace the fairest wedding that ever was seen. If London bliss look, her streets were ne'er clean, except it be best in welcome of our queen. 3 lively lords of London, shall 3 London ladies wed, strew the flowers upon the stones, perfume the bridal bed.
Lords and ladies thus to church are gone, an honored action to solemnize there. With greater joy will they return anon than Caesar did in Rome his laurel wear. Lord Policy hath love unto his fear. Lord Pomp hath lucre to maintain his port. Lord Pleasure conscience to direct his sport. Usury is marked to be known. Dissimulation like a shadow fleets, and fraud unfound in London but by fits. Ah, but I speak too long, for lo, this lovely crew is coming back and has performed their due.
Oh! My Lord, Lady Conscience, that art married to Lord Pleasure, help thy poor servant Simplicity recover his lost treasure.
Thou shalt have help. Speak, what is the matter?
You see yon fellow with the torch in his hand? e'en the falsest villain that is in this land.
Bring him hither. Good ladies, stay.
Oh, welcome, Master Fraud. Welcome to the butts. Now I'll have my 10 shillings in spite of your guts. The old French canker could sue ye. You were an old Frenchman. There go the ring. There go the button. There borgerless. You cozened me then. My lords, I beseech ye, that a time-born ye may totter, that instead of gold, the villain sold me copper.
Is this true, Master Skill?
It is true, it is sort, my lord. I had thought to please him, being an old acquaintance, disguised myself as an old French artificer, and having a few copper knacks, sold them to him. For sport! For 10 shillings! Money which I am glad to pay him again, so he shall have no loss, yet we had a little sport.
First, give him an angel before my face. Simplicity, art thou pleased?
Truly, I am pleased to take a good angel for 10 shillings. But now, I am to be pleased otherwise, that is, to see him punished.
That his punishment may please thee the better, thou shalt punish him thyself. He shall be bound fast to yon stall, and thou shalt be blindfold, and with thy torch shalt run, as it were, at tilt, charging thy light against his lips, and so, if thou canst, burn out his tongue, that it never speak more guile.
Laugh all of you to see me, in my color of dust, to boil, and to burn that false fraud to dust. Where, my lord? Whoa, my lord! Please, my lord!
At him, sir! Hey,
oh!
At him!
Fraud! For they go the ring, and they go the buttons, and they burger this.
Wisely performed, sir. And soft. Sirs, where is Fraud? Oh, notable villain, gone whilst we beheld the other. We'll loose him. We'll let him slip. Well, one day he will pay for all. Unblind simplicity.
Huh? How now? Have I heated his lips? Have I warmed his nose? Have I scorched his face? Well, how looks the villain? Have I burned him?
Indeed, thou hast done more, for thou hast quite consumed him into nothing.
Huh?
Look, here is no sign of him, not so much as his ashes.
Huh? Oh. Huh. I think that the torch did not consume him so much as my wrath. Ha! All of London, nay, all of England is beholden to me for putting Fraud out of this world. I have consumed him and brought him to nothing, and I'll tread on his ashes that no more frauds shall ever spring of them. The world is well rid of such a crafty knave.
Well, now thou art satisfied. I wish all here is well contented, and we, my lords, that praise this happy day, fall we on knees and humbly let us pray.
First, that from heaven upon our gracious queen all manner blessings may be multiplied, that as her reign most prosperous hath been during world's length, so may it still abide, and after that with saints be glorified.
Her counsel wise and noble of this land, bless and preserve, O Lord, with thy right hand.
On all the rest that in this land do dwell, chiefly in London, Lord, pour down thy grace, who living in thy fear and dying well, in heaven with angels they may have a place.